One of the most enduring mysteries in American history is that of the Roanoke Colony, which quite literally vanished into thin air. The settlement was established in 1587 on the shores of what is now North Carolina, with 115 English colonists. But when an expedition returned to the settlement 3 years later, they found it completely abandoned. The settlers were gone without a trace, leaving behind only the word CROATOAN carved into a post. This event has spawned countless conspiracy theories over the years, but recent archaeological discoveries may have finally solved the case. So what really happened to the Roanoke Colony? To understand what may have happened to the colony, we must first consider how it came to be established in the first place. England had been trying to establish a permanent settlement in North America since 1562, but all attempts at colonization had failed. The country's first two colonies, established in the 1560s, were lost due to a combination of poor leadership, conflict with local tribes, and a lack of supplies from England. In 1584, a third attempt was made with the establishment of the third and most ambitious colony yet, located on the island of Roanoke. The Roanoke Colony consisted of 115 English men, women, and children who arrived on the shores of North Carolina in July of 1587. The settlement was established on the mainland near present-day Montejo, North Carolina. The colonists lived in small wooden houses and grew crops such as corn and tobacco. They also hunted wild game and fished in the nearby waters. The colony was led by John White, an experienced colonist who had participated in previous attempts at colonization. From the beginning, the colony faced challenges. Supplies from England were slow to arrive, and the colonists were forced to rely on their own resources. They also faced hostility from the native tribes who lived in the area. Despite these challenges, the colony survived for 3 years. In 1589, however, disaster struck. John White left the colony to return to England for more supplies, but when he returned 3 years later, he found the colony abandoned. The only clue as to what had happened to the colonists was the word CROATOAN carved into a post. This mysterious word has spawned countless conspiracy theories over the years, but what exactly does it mean? There are 3 leading theories as to what happened to the Roanoke colonists. The first theory is that the colonists were killed and eaten by the local Native American tribes. The second theory is that the colonists integrated with the Native Americans and simply chose not to return to England. And the third theory is that the colonists moved to another location, and the word CROATOAN was a clue to their whereabouts. There is evidence to support each of these theories. The local tribes were known to be hostile, and there are reports of violence between the colonists and the natives. Additionally, the word CROATOAN could be interpreted as a warning or a message of distress. On the other hand, there is no evidence that the colonists were killed, and the word CROATOAN could simply be a friendly greeting or a place name. For many years, the fate of the Roanoke colonists was a complete mystery. However, recent archaeological discoveries have shed new light on what may have happened. In 2012, archaeologists discovered the remains of a settlement near the former location of the Roanoke Colony. The site contained artifacts such as ceramic dishes, glass bottles, and metal tools that date back to the late 16th century. While this discovery did not provide any definitive answers, it did suggest that the colonists may have settled in the area. In 2013, archaeologists made another significant discovery. They found the remains of a woman and 2 children who died around the year 1590. The remains were found buried in a shallow pit and were accompanied by grave goods such as beads and copper ornaments. While the discovery of the graves did not provide any answers, it did suggest that the colonists were not killed and buried by the natives. If they had been, it's likely that their bodies would have been mutilated or left exposed. In 2014, archaeologists made another important discovery. They found the remnants of a ship's mast and other wooden debris that appeared to be from a ship that sank around the year 1590. This discovery provided a possible explanation for the disappearance of the colonists. It's possible that the colonists, along with several members of the local tribe, boarded the ship in an attempt to escape the colony. The ship may have been caught in a storm and wrecked, leaving the colonists and the natives to perish in the waters off the coast of North Carolina. This theory is supported by several factors. First, the discovery of the ship's mast and other wooden debris provides physical evidence of a shipwreck dating back to the late 16th century. Second, the fact that the colonists were not killed and buried by the natives suggests that they may have left the colony peacefully. Finally, the word CROATOAN could be interpreted as a farewell message or a clue to the colonists' whereabouts. However, this theory is not without its critics. Some argue that the discovery of the ship's mast and other wooden debris is not conclusive evidence of a shipwreck. Others argue that the colonists were likely killed and that the word CROATOAN is nothing more than a red herring. Despite these criticisms, the shipwreck theory provides the most plausible explanation for the disappearance of the Roanoke colonists. The discovery of the graves suggests that they were not killed and buried by the natives, and the discovery of the ship's mast and other wooden debris provides physical evidence of a shipwreck dating back to the late 16th century. Additionally, the word CROATOAN could be interpreted as a farewell message or a clue to the colonists' whereabouts. It's possible that the colonists, along with several members of the local tribe, boarded the ship in an attempt to escape the colony. Perhaps the ship was caught in a storm and wrecked, leaving the colonists and the natives to perish in the waters off the coast of North Carolina. While the mystery of the Roanoke colony may never be solved, recent archaeological discoveries have shed new light on what may have happened. The discovery of the graves, the ship's mast, and other wooden debris provide important clues as to the fate of the colonists. It's possible that they were not killed, but instead perished in a shipwreck while attempting to flee the colony. While this theory is not without its critics, it is the most plausible explanation for the disappearance of the Roanoke colonists. Regardless of what ultimately happened to them, the story of the Roanoke colony is an important part of American history. It is a reminder of the challenges faced by the early colonists and the mysteries that still surround the founding of America. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more historical mysteries. You can also check out our other videos on historical events and figures. Thanks for watching. Now let's move on to the next. You ever heard of the Bermuda Triangle? It's an area in the western part of the Atlantic Ocean where planes and boats are said to mysteriously disappear. The exact boundaries of the triangle are not precisely defined, but it is generally understood to include the area between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. The term Bermuda Triangle was coined in the 1960s, and the region has since become synonymous with unexplained maritime disappearances. The idea that the Bermuda Triangle is a dangerous and mysterious place has captured the public imagination. There are numerous theories as to why planes and boats go missing in the area. Some believe that the triangle is home to a giant underwater whirlpool that sucks in unsuspecting vessels. Others believe that the area is the site of a massive magnetic anomaly that disorients pilots and causes planes to crash. Still others believe that the Bermuda Triangle is the entrance to a portal to another dimension where lost ships and planes are held captive. There is, however, no scientific evidence to support any of these theories. In fact, the number of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle is not statistically higher than in other well-traveled areas of the ocean. Despite the lack of evidence, the legend of the Bermuda Triangle persists. Books, movies, and TV shows have been made about the triangle, and it continues to be the subject of public fascination. So, is there any truth to the legend of the Bermuda Triangle? The answer is probably not. The vast majority of disappearances that have occurred in the area can be explained by natural phenomena such as storms, tides, and currents. Additionally, the Bermuda Triangle is a heavily trafficked area. This means that the chances of a plane or boat disappearing in the area are relatively high, simply due to the amount of traffic. Despite the lack of evidence, the legend of the Bermuda Triangle continues to capture the public imagination. Whether or not there is any truth to the legend, one thing is for sure: the Bermuda Triangle will continue to be a popular subject for books, movies, and TV shows for years to come. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more historical mysteries. You can also check out our other videos on historical events and figures. Thanks for watching.